Hello. Hi, hello. I'm back on stream. We are hopefully going to be finishing Gura today. Sorry I wasn't here last week. It's been heckin' windy out here. Like, no joke. Half of our roof just whoosh into the ether. So, that was, not great, especially because, oh my goodness, I thought our house was going to fall apart. But, more importantly, it knocked the hell out of my internet. So obviously can't really stream, and I don't know how to stream from the phone, and I'm drawing anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. It's gonna be windy again in the future soon, so might get knocked out of Thursday or Friday too, so we'll see what happens. I got some lemonade today, that's what I'm drinking. I swear, since I always bring up what I'm drinking, I feel like maybe I should, like, put that, like, on a little bar somewhere, like, this is what QB is drinking today. But that's neither here nor there. Also, bear with me if my voice sounds a little froggy. Whenever I have spicy food, I just made, Bourbon Street chicken and shrimp, a recipe I stole from Red Lobster. Yeah. And I made it better than them. Anyways, whenever I eat spicy food, I get really gunked up inside. So there's that. Any case, without further ado, let me go ahead and get into this shit here. We thankfully took care of the line art, so that's something we don't gotta worry about. The thing I was struggling to figure out was, I actually do think I'm gonna darken Gura's eyes a bit. Because I do think that it needs to have just a little bit more. Oh, and I know I did a post on Twitter, you should follow me on my Twitter if you don't, about like, oh, what style should I try to do next, and I was thinking about it, and the latest season of Agretzko dropped, and I'm finally watching it. I'm behind too. I'm so sorry. Hold up, I got another one. Ew! Help, it doesn't want to stop. Pineapple, pineapple. Ew! I can't stop, help me! Oh my god. I can't breathe. Oh god. I feel it. Oh, it's gonna hit me again. Lost it. Oh, that wasn't fun. That hurt. But what I was saying is that I'm catching up on Agretzko right now, and I think it'd be fun to do like characters as Agretzko characters next, because that's like a simple ass art style. I bet I can like crank out like 2 drawings at a time. Like that's even simpler than the Sanic style. Yeah, I think that looks better with the darker eyes, eyelids, whatever the hell they are. So the issue I was having when looking at this design and like planning what I was gonna go ahead and do for this stream was I was like, what color should I make her body? So like with Iron Mouse, I went ahead and like obviously I used her hair for the majority of her body color. But Gura's a fucking shark. Oh, what time is it? 5:52. Okay, I'm okay to say fuck. It's been 5 minutes. So I can go ahead and do that. I'm thinking I want to base it off of her tail. But then you like see her tail has like a kind of gradient. So we're gonna go ahead and just see. Well, that looks okay. Honestly, this little cheat with ooh, I need to fix that line really quick. This little cheat with filling in colors with Clip Studio has been like a freaking lifesaver. Because normally in the past what I would do when it came to coloring... Oh yeah, that's hard. What usually I would do when it came to coloring was I would switch from Clip Studio to Paint Tool Sai. Because Paint Tool Sai had a generally better... It was more reliable when it came to filling lines without white spots. So what I would do is just switch it out like that. But ever since I learned this little trick with Clip Studio, I don't need to do that anymore. Hold up. Something ain't right. Close gap. Area scaling. There you go. Area scaling just decides how much of the area regarding the brush is getting filled in. And since these are relatively thick lines, it means that it's okay for us to go ahead and just throw that in there. I think the blue is working so far. Tentatively, we shall see. Also, like, another reason I've been sort of dead lately is like I mentioned last stream, I was in the hospital because it's QB. She's always in the hospital. In any case, I was in the hospital, as we've established. And at the hospital, they went ahead and gave me this medication. And this medication is insulting. It just knocks me the hell out. But, like, not even in, like, a good way, you know? I think I like that blue. It, like, knocks me out, but not completely. So, like, I can't really sit at my computer. I can't really focus on stuff. I'm sort of just sitting there kind of vibing. But I can't really, like, talk. Like, when I try to talk, it sounds like my mouth feels numb when I'm on this medicine. And if you've ever had, like, I've been at the dentist and they put numbing ointment in your mouth, it feels like you can't speak. It feels like every word you say comes out very slow because you're having a hard time making the words because your mouth is freaking numb. So that's how it feels, and that's why I've been having a little trouble getting on streaming. But wait, how much more do I have of it? I got it right here. Yeah. I got 4 pills left, okay? We're almost done with that medicine. So there's that. So hopefully, I'm also planning on, I'm gonna steal this color from him, from Razor. I'm also considering, maybe a lighter white? I'm considering going ahead and, no, I don't like that. Doing streams more often. Recently, I've been trying to shoot for like a stream twice a week. Let's see how well I've been doing that, right? But I've been trying to do twice a week. And I want to try bumping it up to 3. Not entirely sure what days. I'm thinking maybe Tuesday, Friday, Sunday might be a good plan. But then again, on Sunday, people are watching The Last of Us. So I doubt they're going to be tuning into me. Maybe Saturday. No, but then Friday, Saturday, I'm doing shit. We'll see. It might also not be a bad idea for me to go ahead and do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But like I said, we'll see. I wouldn't probably implement this until like maybe the week after next, I'd say. Okay, that's what I was worried about. My concern was that it would blend in too much, her blue. So I think I'm gonna have to lighten her skin somewhat in order to fit that. Because right now, no, it no fits. Right now, like, they're different shades of blue, but they're definitely blending into each other. Which, you know, makes it a little difficult because we don't want these colors to clash like that. Let's go ahead and just name this hoodie. And let me go ahead and adjust her skin tone. Let's take it from here and see what happens. Wrong freaking button. Yeah, I actually really think that works. I think that looks cute. So the next color we're gonna need to grab is white. I'm gonna turn off this just so we can have a better reference. And this is white. Same here. The little teeth. I want that hoodie so freaking bad, you know? Pero, oh well. Yeah, we just simplified her shoes for our own sanity. Now the hard part, her teeth. Ah. Hold up, I gotta turn down the tolerance, or the area scaling, excuse me, in order to do this part. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Look at her teeth. Going full shark teeth out here. I was messing with V-Roid because I mentioned I want to go ahead and start doing MMD models and whatnot, and V-Roid's a good start for that. And it's funny because they have like a shark teeth mode you can put, and I'm almost 100% sure that's because of Gura. White. And we're gonna go ahead. It looks like that is airbrushed in. Let me just get a little bit of a bigger airbrush for this, and that should be good. And then yeah. We can lower that a little bit. And then it looks pretty straightforward. And then goes around here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take a blending tool just to make it a little smoother. Not that smooth. And pull up when I get this. I think that looks okay. Obviously, it's definitely more simplified than her actual hoodie because, you know, Sanic. You can go ahead and grab this red for here. Let me just fill this up a bit more. So we have that red in there. We're not doing her pockets in the same style. But I think, I wasn't gonna add her pockets, but looking at this, I feel like I kinda have to in order to go ahead and break it up a little bit. Just break up the space, because that is blending in a little too much. Now we can just darken this color pick, and drop this here. And I do think that's a decently convincing Gura. Like, we're not trying to, like, perfectly match her, obviously. Like, we've established this! We are just trying to get a vague idea. Like, you can see this and you're like, oh, that's Gura! Without it being, like, fully just stroke for stroke Gura. I still haven't decided to do after her, TBH. Oops, wrong button. And like, the more I think about it, I'm leaning towards Kiara over Callie. If only because Kiara is an animal and I would have to make some guessing for Callie. Now, I was thinking of doing her as a bat. Because like, of the Hololive Holo Myth, I do personally like Callie over Kiara. Although I think I like Kiara's voice over Callie's. She has a very, what's the term for it? She has like a High School Musical voice to me, Kiara, which I think is very charming. You know, that's me. I'm a weirdo. There we go. Fill in, fill in! Darn thing. And then we're just here vibing to some Sanic. Yeah, that looks alright. Pull up, I learned of another trick that I probably shouldn't have taken so long to learn. But I recently learned you could do this! Ain't that cool? You can just go ahead and do this, and you have lines. Ain't it magical? So I just have that there so it doesn't take all that much space in the rest of my workspace. I've seen people who have like very different workspaces than me, and I don't know. Since Clip Studio is so free with like how you can move the windows around, doesn't really matter a whole bunch. Yeah, I think that looks cute. We are gonna name this Pockets. Why is my computer getting so hot? Oh my god, I touched my computer. It feels like it went on fire. I ain't even running Minecraft. Okay, let's see. Next is her... Oh man, I clicked the wrong button. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we're doing one color for her trident, and we'll just add whatever. And we did the wrong function. Oops. Whatever, it's an easy fix. And then we just go ahead and go in and refill it. I have been observing VTuber news lately. Particularly, I've been especially focused on the whole situation going down with Ninji Sanji right now. And how they seem to be wanting to throw down with anyone who's ever so much as shown an image of their talents. Which is extremely wild to me. Like, they have a right to do that and all. But like, I don't know, it just makes me a little concerned. Like I mentioned last stream, I'm worried it's gonna set a precedent. But, you know, there's no way to tell. This is always gonna be stuff... Like, I'm not a lawyer. You know, like, I don't know jack about law or anything like that. I don't know if they're actually gonna come for Kyo and False. But, that is something I am personally a little worried about. We're just gonna steal your text here. We're just gonna steal your mouth color. Because I do quite like watching Kyo and False ID. I know that they have their gripes with each other, but, you know, that doesn't involve me. I like their- oh my god, looks like she has blood on her teeth. It's the easiest way for me to keep informed about VTuber news because I... This is gonna sound so stupid, but I don't actually really know how to use Twitter. Oh geez, I haven't heard of that. Yeah, basically they are trying to terminate VTuber channels who discuss any news regarding anything regarding Ninji Sanji. So since Kyo and False ID, there are VTubers who cover anything that happened in the community news-wise. So basically all of their videos that involved anything negative with Ninji Sanji, like any of their scandals or whatever, they got copyright claimed and then copyright striked. And like the whole thing is like 3 strikes and you lose your channel. So a lot of folks are pointing out it seems like a bit of an abuse of copyright, to be honest. Right? So like in all of the channels who go ahead and use like, cause basically what Ninji Sanji is claiming is that they're using copyright material in their videos. And that or not videos, but their thumbnails. That copyright material is just the basic model image of the VTubers in Ninji Sanji. So like if you look at the thumbnail for this video, it's that thing. So theoretically, that's what they are coming at. But if it was across the board and they were just striking every single video of those people that did that, that'd be one thing. But it's the fact they're only striking the videos that mention bad news. They're not striking the ones that mention good news. Which shows that they are like trying to quiet any like drama or anything that came up, which I think is sus. Ow! Ow! I have a sore in my mouth and the lemonade got in it. It hurts. But yeah, it is pretty messed up. It's also kind of sucks too because for this little Sonic series, I definitely wanted to do some of the Ninji Sanji VTubers. I wanted to do Luxium particularly, so that's like Fox Akuma, Mr. Yes. But I'm kind of sus of Ninji Sanji right now, so I don't really want to go ahead and get myself in copyright trouble, even though like I'm a small fish in a big ocean, so like I don't think anything will come of it, but like better safe than sorry. In any case, I think Gura looks quite cute. Look at that. Look at that fish. Look at that smile. Look at those eyes. No thoughts. Head empty. Okay, we can go ahead and burst into shading now. Oh my god, that really hurt. I love Vox, but fair. Yeah, did you see that he's on... What's the word? He's on hiatus right now. Something happened to IRL, so he's on hiatus for a bit. So, you know, just wishing him the best and all. Personally for me, of the Luxium boys, my favorite is Mista, the detective dude. I thought he was a Fox boy for the longest time, but that's like just his hat. And yeah, that's what he posted, so like he's asking like don't bother him with questions and all, which you know is fair. It just kind of sucks, you know, like so much is happening with his agency right now. But like, who knows, maybe it's best like he's not directly involved for now, if he's dealing with stressful stuff and all. So now we gotta shade this girl. How did they shade? Like, the thing is, I'm pretty sure this is from the IDW. Is that a frickin' Chow? Frick, I just noticed that. That's a frickin' Aqua Chow from Sonic Adventure 2. Holy heck. Anyways, IDW and Archie Comics shade differently. Oh, we know he is. IDW and Archie Comics, because IDW is the new one. They shade very differently from, like, the adventure style, and what I'm going for here is the adventure style. Because, you know, favorite game, favorite arts. So let's go ahead and work on this. Go ahead, his skin. I'm going to be referring to Iron Mouse for a lot of this. So what we did before is that the shading is more or less soft shading with hard highlights to add the try not to sneeze again. To try and do the contrast between the two. Okay. Okay, we're good. I did not sneeze. We're good. Which is good because this part is relatively quick to do. Just... Honestly, I'm not over how cute she is. I wouldn't say that Gura is my favorite Hololive VTuber. But, like, you know, she's like the main character of VTubers. You know? She's the one who, like, rose to the top and all that stuff. I don't know. The whole growth of Hololive as a company, particularly here in the States, is very fascinating to me. But then again, I'm somebody who spends most of her time listening to documentaries regarding different conspiracy theories. So, what was the connecting thread there? I forgot what my connecting thread there was there. Cute concept, but weird fans. That's fair. She released her, what's it called? Her 4 million subscriber body pillow. That's what she released recently. I don't know why I forgot how to speak. She released that recently. And I think it's cute, like, you know, like, Dakimuras are a little expensive for me. I say as if I didn't just buy one. I just bought a Dakimura too. But in my defense, it was like, I just bought the case, and it was like $5. So I don't know what the quality is gonna be. Mastamon from Digimon. I got Mastamon from Digimon because I am like that. And I'm just out here like, I didn't think this through. It was really inexpensive, but like, I don't feel like I thought it through because I'm like, I think I've mentioned before, I live with my grandparents. And I'm out here like, where am I gonna put it? I'm like, okay, I sleep on like a big bed and all, and like, it's not like that sus of a body pillow. Like, nothing is showing, right? Like, it's nothing super sus. But it's still like a body pillow. I've said this before, but like, I used to own a SpongeBob body pillow. And like, I used to own a SpongeBob body pillow, and whenever I tell people that, they give me like the weirdest look, like, you what? Why did you own a SpongeBob body pillow? And then I'm like, yeah, I don't own it anymore. I gave it to my grandmother. And that just leads to more questions, like, why would you give your SpongeBob body pillow to your grandmother? And then I have to specify, it's like, not a Dakimara. It's like, it was like a body pillow, like a super, like, obviously it's the size of your body, was like 6 feet long. And it was yellow, and in the middle of it, it just had his face. Like, that's all it was. Oh, and it was like super fuzzy. Like, I'm about 80% sure that this was a bootleg SpongeBob body pillow. But at the same time, I can also see Nickelodeon making something like that. Perhaps someday, if I find it, if my grandmother, I don't think she still has it. It's not the grandmother I live with. But if I find that she still has it, I shall post it on Twitter so you guys may see my SpongeBob body pillow. Because that shit was comfy to cuddle with, okay? I have no shame of that. It wasn't sus. It wasn't sus at all because it was a regular body pillow that was just yellow and had his face on it. So it wasn't sus. There we go. Yeah, that's looking cute. I don't think we need to put any near her face. No, we're good. I think I did end up choosing the best color for her. I was thinking of adding some of the stripes in her hair, and I might go back and do that. For right now, I think we're fine without it. I do like the idea of doing some characters as Agretzko characters, because, you know, that's... I say Agretzko, but, like, really, it's just Sanrio. Just the Sanrio style. Like, screw it. I like Hello Kitty. I like Cinnamon Roll. I like Corone. Or, you know, I like both Corones. Edgy Black Bunny and, what's her name? And, Brown Dog Girl. Yeah. Yeah. Is the Hello Kitty Corone character a Black Bunny, or is she, like, just wearing a hoodie? I don't actually know. Is her name even Corone? Hold up. I'm really curious now. Sanrio. Oh, thank you, computer. Thank you, computer, for opening every feasible tab. Jesus Christ, my melody. Thank you. For some reason, my computer just opened, like, every freaking tab at once. My melody Sanrio. My melody. Yeah, this is the bunny with the pink hoodie. Hold up. Let me see. Is it Corone? Corone. Nope, I just got... I got a Hololive Corone. So it isn't... What's her freaking name? Pumperin is the best. Hell yeah! I like Pumperin. Okay, Sanrio... Kuromi! That's her name! Is she a bunny? No, I think she's just wearing... Is My Melody's rival, who is a white rabbit or imp-like creature. Okay, so... We don't know what the hell she is. Kuromi, yeah, it's Kuromi. Why did I think it was Kuromi? I don't know. We got that sorted. Yeah. I just realized I did a sin. I didn't give Gura the Sonic gloves. How dare I? Oh well. She lives in the ocean. We can excuse not giving her gloves. Because I ain't going back to fix that. There we go. That's cute. Nya. Hey, what the fuck? Okay, I just completely messed that up. Okay. I don't know why my computer is deciding to fight me. Like, you haven't streamed for a while. Why are you even doing these? Why are you like this? I don't know why I'm like this. I was born a crazy fox girl and I'll die a crazy fox girl. There we go. Heck, okay, there we go. Yeah, I quite like that. That's good shading there. So, hold up. Gotta adjust my headphones. It's funny because my headphones got my ears on it too. I need to adjust it to like really make it look like my ears. That'd be a cute picture, I think. Just go ahead and do a slightly darker color. Just go ahead and give a little bit of shape. And there we go, because I don't think... Oh, that does not work. Does this work? Yeah, that works. Because, like, it's a super light color for her muzzle. Is this a muzzle if it's a shark? Or is it like a snout? I'm not entirely sure if it's a muzzle or a snout. Or what's another word for that? I do not know. Muzzle hoodie. I tell you, I've said it before, I put this as a frickin' copyright-free playlist, but I swear, I think this song is copyrighted. It's His World. I mean, to be fair, like, I don't, like, horribly mind. You know, it's not like I'm famous or anything, so it's not like a big deal if I get a little copyright claim. But I'm still out here like, I don't really care either because Sonic music goes really hard. And anyone who denies it is lying to themselves. Like, Sonic music just goes hard. Crush 40 and like any other band they bring on is like, they go way too hard for a Sonic game. Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and keep this. We're just gonna lighten it up, and we're probably gonna have to use like a screen. Yeah, screen will work. I don't know. I've been thinking, I want to cover so many songs, but there's only so much time in a day, and I only have so much energy in a day. Plus, sometimes I swear it feels like I can't sing. Like, do you ever have that moment happen to you? Like, you have a skill, you have an ability, like singing, drawing, whatever, and it just feels like you can't, for the life of you, actually use that skill some days. Like, your body just completely forgets how to do it. That'll sometimes happen to me, like, particularly with art. Like, if I hit a block or anything, I just won't be able to draw anything. And it'll literally feel like I don't know how to draw. And that, like, I was just lying to myself all this time. Like, no, you never knew how to draw. What are you talking about? And I'm like, but I think I do know how to draw. It's just that right now, my body is on strike. No, speaking of that, I think it's only a matter of time before VTubers have a union. Like, you know how, like, the Actors Guild has that? I kind of feel like that's only a matter of time. It happens. Yeah, it does. Art block, writer's block. I do know how to draw. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shoot, we gotta do white now. White is the only color that we do hard shading on the eyes for. Yeah. Yeah. That looks cute. I know they don't usually do it on the teeth, but I feel like it would look better to do the hard shading on the teeth versus the soft shading. There you go. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah, because, like, I don't know. Art block is just something that you get as a creator. Hell, I don't even think it's, like, exclusive to artists. I feel like if you have, like, any creative or non-creative or just vibe, like, anything in life can become a block for you. Like, I'm sure, like, obviously I can't really say, like, from experience, but I feel like even if you have, like, an office job, you can just get to the point where you just physically can't do it anymore. Like, it just doesn't make sense anymore. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Could also just be talking out of my ass here. I was thinking the other day, like, how I just go on, like, rambles when I go on stream, and I'm like, who needs therapy when you could just be a VTuber? That's a joke, please. Please. Therapy is important. But sometimes I do feel like just talking into the void for, like, an hour and a half or whatever time I stream for can be really helpful. Just getting thoughts out there, you know? Like, I'm not gonna be delivering my deepest, darkest secrets. I ain't gonna be doing that, but just putting my I keep saying fucking just getting my voice into the void, you know? Damn it, I keep saying it! Like, I exist, I'm here. I'm happy to exist, I'm happy to be here. And I'm doing my best out here. Despite my fears. Because I do have fears. I worry I will not be. Why is my fucking thing dying on me? Sanic, just let me listen. Okay, fine. No Sanic, we'll do Mario Kart, I guess. Guess we're doing Mario Kart. Guess we're doing Mario Kart in this Sonic video. Why not? That is not bright enough. That's something I noticed. There's like a pretty strong contrast between the two, which makes sense because you're having the soft shading and then the hard highlights. I do think, like, if you're an artist, it's very beneficial to study different art styles, even if you don't, like, plan to make art in that style. It's always helpful to, like, learn how other artists do different things, learn how they take different concepts and make them their own. I think it's just a way for you to, like, learn and improve. But I also just find it fun getting to, like, directly, like, analyze how these different creators make their works. Like, the Sonic style, like, hell, even in different, even in different, or I should say, even in the same company, i.e. the Sonic brand, you have so many different art styles going from game to game, to comic to show. Like, it's all the same. Technically, it's the same character. You got Sonic, but there are so many ways to interpret and see him. You could just meld his shape into so many things, and I do think that's beneficial to learn. Like, if you're an artist, I feel like I don't think it's as popular as it used to be, but it was when I was first getting into art. The whole draw yourself in different styles trend, where you'd literally do just that, draw yourself in different art styles. And I believe that if you're an artist, it can be really beneficial to try that trend. And just, you know, like, you don't have to post it, it could just be for yourself. But just to, like, go ahead and take that same character and mush and pull and drag them into different forms, and see how much you can do so with them still being recognizable. I find that's a really good way, too, to test if your design is strong. Like, that's the thing that comes up in, like, art all the time. Like, if you have, like, a strong silhouette in your design, if your character's recognizable, I feel like that can be a way for you to, like, test that. And, you know, I haven't done one of those in years. But since I already drew myself in the Sonic style, I think I might go ahead and tackle a few more styles with that. I think that'd be fun. I don't think I'm gonna do it on stream, purely because of how long that would take. But I might, like, record, like, a speed paint of it and then post it after. Maybe with, like, my thoughts overlaid. We'll see how that goes, because that's the plan for breaking down these designs. Like, I want to go ahead and have them speed painted, more or less. And go ahead and just make them into more of a digestible, shortened video. So you can just, like, you can watch it really fast, and you're like, oh, okay, that's why she decided to make this choice, or this choice, or this choice, when designing these characters, you know? I think we just have to tackle her mouth and her eyes now. What's this? That's her eyes. Sonic style generally has, like, just a really darkened area. I don't remember if it's hard or soft shade. It looks a mix, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do the soft brush. Where are you? There you are. I do not like that color. Let's add a little bit of green. See how that looks. Yeah, that's a bit better. I know it looks, like, super weird up close, but, like, it's not gonna look that weird when we zoom out. That's some advice I saw recently. Because, like, something I struggle with as an artist a lot of the time is backgrounds. That's why you'll often see me drawing, like, sky gradient backgrounds. And that's because, like, I always focus in on details that aren't super important to the wider picture. Yeah, see? Sonic. And that's just a habit of mine that I've been trying to work on. So what I saw you can do is that you can go ahead and, like, zoom out when you're focusing on something that's not particularly important to the wider picture. I.e., you're doing a background, it doesn't matter all that much how detailed it is. So rather than drive yourself crazy by zooming in super duper quickly or super duper far, you kind of limit yourself and limit how far you allow yourself to zoom in. And that way you focus on just getting the overall look of it correct rather than trying to get every detail correct. And with that, I believe we have completed Gura! Hold up, let me just... Yeet! Behold the fish. I think she turned out very cute, okay? I think she turned out absolutely adorable. Look at this. Look at this. She's gonna go ahead and stab you with her little trident thing. Does her model actually get to use this trident? I don't actually... Like, I wasn't really big into VTubers by the time that Hollow Myth came out. Like, I got in, like, right after Hollow Myth debuted. So, like, I remember listening to Reflect and being like, yo, who dis? And then learning about that. And, like, obviously I was, like, aware of VTubers for, like, a while before then. But then, even so, I'm just rambling. In any case, have a Gura. Have a Gura. I don't even know what that ramble was about, man. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on a BRB while I get the pieces together to go ahead and... Thank you, I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm trying very hard not to sneeze. Okay, we're good. Oh my god. Okay, we're good. I have allergies. And then, like, I made that food, and that food had, like, a really, like, the spicy spice, and, like, I think I got some of it in my nose, and I'm like, I really don't want to sneeze again. But, I think that's it for Gura. I'm still, like, super undecided on who should be next. Hold on 1 second, I'm still gonna be here. I'm just gonna disappear for a second, okay? I am just gonna disappear for 1 second while I go ahead and look for some references on who I should draw next. My mic has been off this whole time! I've been talking this whole time! I've been explaining shit this whole time, and I just realized that my mic was off. I can't believe that. No, my mic was off. I'm so sorry. I completely I thought I turned it back on when I came back. Okay, really quickly, to break shit down, skill issue, don't call it a skill issue. It is a skill issue. So, to break it down really quickly, Sarasvana is goddess embodiment of nature. She is super kawaii desu. I want to go ahead and make her look super kawaii desu, and I'm trying to figure out how to make her look like a cute deer. I am basing her deer design upon her mascot form, and I am going to extremely simplify her design because holy shit, her dress is wild. But that is like the fastest I can simplify that stuff because I cannot believe I had my bike off this whole time. I feel so stupid. How did I do that? Yeah. There we go, you know, like, that's cute, that's cute. I can't believe it's been off. No worries about it. Don't worry about being late. Go off. Get that bread. I had to go get more bread today. I had to go to the groceries again. Made some good food. And then mañana, my family wants to go. No, I say my family, it's just my grandmother and I. There's like a warehouse in my town that's supposed to be having like a lot of shit on sale for $1. And I'm like, that sounds sus. But like she wants to go, so I'm like, okay, we're going. If I get murdered, that's where I linked. I mean, like, it's not like I'm giving actual details to dox myself, but even so. God, she looks angry. Hold on, can we make this cuter? No, she just looks like she's rocking some seriously strong eyeliner. Wow! Hold up, let me fix this. Yeah. Yeah. Too long. Yeah. There you go, that's cute. I want her to have like a Fluttershy vibe. You remember MLP? Yeah, I feel like Bronies like gave that whole series like a bad name because it was actually pretty cute. I wouldn't call it the greatest thing in cinema, I say, in television, but I still thought that the series was like really cute. I stopped watching after a few years. But I heard a lot of folks were upset with the reboot. But you know, like, My Little Pony reboots literally like every 10 years. So like, we knew it was gonna happen. And then we're gonna have to do her hair. Gosh, that does not look like a deer. That doesn't look like a... I think her face looks squashed is what's happening. Let's go ahead and try and adjust it. That helped a little. Like, this is first pass. Like I say, first pass is not... Like, we're not that worried with getting proportions and everything right. It's just more... It's more thumbnailing than anything. Yeah, I think that looks cute. Covering part of her horn, which her style does do. Have that. It's covering there. Does her little buddy have... No, they do not. I was like trying to figure out if they had cheek fluff. You know, like, you know, that just cheek fluff. Cheek fluff. I don't know. Because she has her... She has a lot of flowers in her hair, too. Oh my god. Like, the person who rigged her... That is so many pieces. The person who rigged and drew her, actually. Because drawing, obviously, you have to separate every piece that is going to move into a known layer, you know? Like, if you look at my model, my bangs are different layers. Like, all of my hair pieces are different layers. Like, my ears are different layers. My bow is different. Like, everything is a different layer. But I've seen how she moves. And you have, like, so many... I believe, like, all of these little details... move. And all of those would have to be like a different thing. I can't believe I circled that. All of those would have to be a different piece to a different layer that you're gonna have to rig separately. So like, oh my gosh. You see, that's why they're professional. I'm intermediate. Okay, that's cute. But she has like a smile. She does have a smile. It's just a very muted one. And a very simplified one. I think that works for her. Something, because we've discussed this before, Sonic characters tend to have their mouths go all the way on the other side of their face. Which doesn't make sense, but we can work it out. Like with Gura, we just sort of like, we made it like relatively in line to where her mouth would be without distorting it too much, but that's because she had her mouth open, she had a shark mouth. So with Saris though, I think we're okay with just scooching it. That is something I want to do actually. I was gonna go ahead and work on my model again, just work on the rigging a bit more. Cause I've learned better ways to do the mouth rigging. Like sometimes when you look at my model, you see I get stuck in a perpetual smile. Or my eyebrows will like get really angry. And I have learned recently better ways to go ahead and fix that. So like I'm obviously not getting a whole new model, but I will probably just like sort of edit my model in a bit. And who knows, maybe we can do that on stream too, just so you guys can see the process for Live 2D. Live 2D is a program I feel like would have a lot more users if it was, if like the official tutorials were a bit more comprehensive. When I first learned Live 2D, because back when I debuted on Twitch back in 2020? 2021? I think it was 2021. Yeah, it was 2021, I think. Whenever I did, the point is that I tried to learn Live 2D back then. And I tried just going through the official channels, and I couldn't work it out. It was too complicated, so I just found somebody who was doing it for $30 and was like, okay, you can rig it. But when I did this one, I really wanted to learn how to do it myself, so I was practicing a while before I even started working on my model. And that's how I started looking into people of the community instead for guidance. Guidance! Damn. And that's how I found out how to do it in a way that made more sense than the official stuff. Which, you know, it's not a good sign if the official stuff isn't nearly as useful as stuff made by fans. But they put a survey out fairly recently for Live 2D, like how can we improve it, how can we improve our tutorials. And I'm pretty sure a lot of folks were explaining their own struggle. So, you know, maybe they'll fix it. I mean, it's a little late for me because I feel like I've learned a lot of this stuff. But I also feel like the program itself can be, what's the word for it? Streamlined quite a bit. And if they do start making some good changes, I would really like to share them. That's something I've considered doing in the past as well. Like, I kind of want to do Live 2D tutorials, but I also don't feel like I am the smartest to do Live 2D tutorials. But you know, we'll see. Oh, Gura, you're covering her feet. Oh. Gura, you should have kept covering her feet. She ain't wearing no shoes. In Sonic? This is a problem. I don't know how Sonic characters have, like, how their feet are drawn. I remember in the Archie comics, like in the Future series, hold up. In the Future series, what they would do is they would just literally give them human feet, which I feel is going to be a little uncanny. And in a different version of the comics or the show or whatever, they didn't give them toes. They were just completely flat, round nubs, which I also don't want to do. So I think we're going to go ahead and do a hoof. I think we're going to go ahead and do hoofs instead, like these ones. I think that might be the best way to avoid too much uncanny valley. while still keeping with the theme. Or who knows, maybe this will look even more uncanny. I don't know. I don't want to give her human feet, because I don't think that was a good choice for the Sonic, like giving them human teeth. I recently watched the Chip and Dale movie. I didn't want to watch it because I don't like how they treated Peter Pan, and that's like, I'm not gonna get into that discussion here. But I finally watched it. You know, yo ho, do what you want, because a pirate is free. But I watched it, and I feel like it's a 5 out of 10 movie for me. No toes, please. I want to say Chip and Dale is a 5 out of 10 movie for me. I feel like it largely gets away with using the references to carry it more than anything else. Because the story's pretty generic. It's not a Rescue Rangers movie or anything. But one factor that I saw, like, people talking about that I thought was going to be a lot stupider was the freaking Ugly Sonic. Like, Ugly Sonic, the original Sonic from the trailer, is like an actual character. And I saw that and I was like, that's so stupid. Why would they do that? And then it, like, that ended up being one of the funnier parts of the movie to me. Like, and on the off chance you actually want to see this movie and don't want to get spoiled, towards the end of the movie, when Ugly Sonic showed up, I was like, yeah! Ugly Sonic to the rescue! And I, like, genuinely, like, that genuinely got a laugh out of me. I think the other thing that actually got a laugh out of me was, like, this is, like, a very much, it's supposed to be in the same world as Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's definitely not a Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because that movie is still holds up amazingly. But what I will say is that I do like seeing, like, the tunes and, like, these characters, like puppets or whatever, living in the world. I really like that. It gave me, like, Amazing World of Gumball vibes, and which, like, are vibes I really hope carry into the actual Amazing Gumball movie. I really want to see that movie. But that's the vibe it gave me, seeing them just, like, vibing IRL, normal life, and all that stuff. I thought that was really cool. I thought it was very interestingly integrated. I really wish we had gotten more of that instead of whatever the plot with Chip and Dale was. That's awful, isn't it? That I was more interested in the world and the side characters than that. But what did, like, one thing that, like, it shouldn't have gotten as big of a laugh as me as it did, but just the frickin' sock puppet police officer had me dying, and I don't know why. It was just a sock puppet. It was just a sock puppet with googly eyes on it and a mustache, and it just made me laugh so much. And it's such a stupid joke, but I liked it. Like I said, the movie's still like a 5 out of 10 for me. Like, if you're gonna watch it, I definitely say sail the sea if you watch it. But yeah. Like, I wouldn't call it, like, the worst movie like some folks were calling it. I also think it handled references better than a lot of movies have. Oh my god, I hate that arm. I also feel like it handled its references better than quite a few movies in the recent years have handled. Like, you know, they, like, shove it in your face and all. But for the most part, any references were pretty quick, if that makes sense. Like, they came in, and then they're gone. They don't dwell on it, is probably the biggest thing. And my issue when it comes to references or whatever is whenever they dwell on it. Like, haha, it's this dude. It's this dude from this thing. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? And so I'm glad they didn't really do much of that. They didn't really, like, if something came up, I do not like how that arm looks. If something came up, they didn't really hold on to it for long. I think the most, like, the one that they did hold on was a little bit, the one they held on to a bit long was the Seth Rogen joke, but I'm gonna give them a pass on that, because that joke was shockingly funny for it being Seth Rogen. But, for just being the joke that it was Seth Rogen, you know, that's the joke. I did think that one, it was drawn out a bit, but I still think it was pretty good. I can't get her freaking arm right. Let's go ahead and just break them down like this. Because the thing is, Sonic have noodle arms, very rubber hose. I feel like it's perfect, like, because I was just talking about, like, how animation style and art styles can affect how you view a character so much, and they, like, kind of had a little taste of that in the movie, and, like, I feel like this movie should have just been done with any other character but Chip and Dale. Because, I didn't really watch much of Rescue Rangers when I was a kid, but I remembered liking it. But, like, they could have done this film with literally any other character. I do think it would have just been better if it was, like, a proper Who Framed Roger Rabbit sequel, because I believe Disney has the rights to that movie? I could be wrong. But I do think it should have just been that instead of, like, trying to shove Chip and Dale into it. Like, there are probably folks who disagree with me who would have hated it on principle for being like a reference thing, which was a novelty back when Roger Rabbit came out, but is pretty par for the course nowadays. And like, I don't horribly mind that trend because I freaking love crossovers. Like, ever since I was a kid, that's like my favorite thing. And I think I've mentioned this before, so I don't think you guys can bully me that much, but I actually read a lot of fan fiction. I read, like, probably too much like, not as much as I used to, because I'm, you know, busy with life. But I do read a lot of fan fiction. And the majority of fan fiction I read is crossover fan fiction. And I don't know why that kind of fan fiction has, like, such a stigma against it, when it can be, like, seriously some of the coolest shit ever. And, like, you tell people that and they think you're crazy, and I'm like, no, I'm serious. I'm serious, give fanfiction a shot. Like, I found a really good fanfiction that was frickin' JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and the Owl House, and it's really, really good. I kind of want to do a reading of it on stream. I might, like, ask permission of the author or whatever. But, like, fanfiction gets done so dirty. But that's just me. I'm just somebody who grew up with reading fanfiction. The first fanfiction I read, I thought was like a work of artistic literature. I'm thinking back. I think it was the first fanfic I ever read, this fic. I'm not gonna say what the fic is, because I'm pretty sure the creator wants to move far beyond it. But basically, it was a Metroid and a Pokemon fanfic crossover. And for context, I have never played a Metroid game. I feel like that's gonna piss somebody off. But I didn't know that. All I knew is I already liked this, because the fanfic writer was also an artist. I really liked her characters, like how she drew them and how she integrated them, because it was like a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon type deal. So I read this fanfic of theirs, and it was like, in hindsight, it is the most pipe dream fic. Like, it's the epitome of cringy OC Mary Sue fanfic. It's the epitome of that. With the craziest stuff and the most weird stuff. But, like, at the time when I read it, it was a piece of art. Like, I remember reading I remember freaking crying to this fanfic. I remember it making me, like, I loved it so much, it made me cry. And then, like, I cried again when I finished it. I was like, oh my god, that was the most beautiful thing ever. It's so amazing. And for, like, years, I'd revisit it fairly often. And, like, somewhat recently, I was like, you know what? I remember this fic. Let's see if we can find it. And I found it. I feel bad. It doesn't hold up. It was like, I look back on it and I was like, oh, it was amazing. And like when I read it and I'm like, was this fic seriously in script style? Who does script style? So I remember being a little disappointed at the fact that the fic was not as good as I remembered it to be. I do remember feeling really sad about that. And then like more so, I look back on it because like in the fic she mentioned she was like 18 when she wrote it, and I was like, I'm not that, I'm like, you know, I'm like 200 and something, but like I feel like I had like a bit more grasp on writing when I was that old and going into college, you know. Oh Oh my goodness, I've been out of high school for 6 years. What the fuck? Sorry, I just had a moment of realization. But yeah, I don't know, I remembered that recently, and while I don't think it holds up, I still hold it in my heart as a, like, it's a good fic in, like, my soul, even if it's not, like, actually a good fic, because it came during a developmental time in my life, and it did inspire me in a lot of ways, so you know what, it gets a pass. It can be cringy. It can be a cringe OC fic, you know? And I've written cringe OC fics as well. You guys aren't gonna find them. Because, well, I was about to say, they've been scrubbed off the- they have not been scrubbed off the internet. Every fan fiction I have ever written, I believe. Okay, all but one of them is still online, and that one's only offline because I deleted the DeviantArt account it was attached to, and I only have it in paper now. Yes, I used to write my fanfics in paper. Yes, I used to do it in class. Yes, I used to think it was amazing literature. But, yeah. Oh shit, does she get boobies? She gets boobs. She got boob. She got the booba. Yeah. She got the booba. Yeah, that's good enough, booba. We're probably gonna have to fix her shoulder. Not scrubbed from the net. It's not scrubbed from the net. You can find, like, all of my fanfiction online still. Like, it's not something I'm ashamed of. Well, that's a lie. Cause the fic I have online, I'm ashamed of it, but like for a very different reason. I'm ashamed of it because I never finished it, but you won't ever admit it's yours, pretty much. Like, the thing is, I'm not ashamed of it because I do, like, I read a bunch of my old fanfic recently, and while, like, obviously there's grammar, there's all sorts of errors, I don't think it's that bad. I feel like it holds up decently. The reason I am ashamed of it is because I've never finished one. Like, my most popular fanfic got, like, a lot of, like, likes and comments and everything on fanfiction.net. And it still does, actually. Like, I still get, like, comments. The painful thing is that I get comments and they're like, when are you gonna finish it? When are you gonna continue? When are you gonna come back? And I'm like, looks at the calendar. Honey, it's been 6 years. I think almost 7 years. I ain't coming back. And like some part of me is like, maybe I should just come back and give them a conclusion? Like, would that be the right thing to do? Cause like I get so many comments that are like, come on, come back, you should finish it or whatever. And I'm like, I know I left you guys on a cliffhanger, but leave me alone. I'm not even telling you what, like, the fanfiction was, because, like, I don't want anyone to, like, look for it. I will only say it was a crossover adventure fanfic, where I took characters from one series, and I dropped them in another, and they're just trying to find a way back. And that's the general story, you know? But, like, I had a lot of fun working with, like, the power setups and everything. So, like, I don't know, maybe I will go back to it someday. But, like, I believe the last time I updated it was probably in, like, 2016, 2017? And yeah, it's funny that I still get comments about it. It just makes me feel bad, and that's why I'm ashamed of it. I'm not ashamed of it because I think it's bad, I'm ashamed of it because it never finished. And then that's, like, a reoccurring thing. Like, I was so ashamed of that fact that I made, like, a new fanfiction account. So, like, I could start another series without, like, bothering the folks who were waiting for that one. And do you know what I fucking did? I started another fanfic that people really liked, and then I ditched it. Again, because I lost inspiration. I'll tell you right now, I'm just gonna tell you, it was another crossover because, like I said, I love crossovers. I'll tell you right now, half of it was a My Hero Academia fic, you know? And I crossed it over with another series. I'm not saying which series. But it was crossover with that series. And people really liked it. And they thought it was cool and all. But the thing is, I fell out of My Hero Academia. Like, I didn't really like where the series was going and all. So obviously I didn't really want to continue a fic for something I didn't really like anymore. But I still get comments and I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. At least this one, I don't think I've updated it since 2020? I think that was the last time I updated that one. And then, do you know what I did next? It might surprise you. I got another fanfic account. This time was Archive of Our Own. And you know what I did? I actually published some one-shots, you know, just they're finished, they're one chapter, you're done. But then like I started working on like a Ruby fic for a character my friend really likes. So it was like stop blue balling people, I know. It was for a character that she really liked. And the thing is, this was right around where like volume 8 ended. And I was like, it was so long before we got more Ruby content, like I was having such a hard time like writing. But again, I still get comments like, when are you coming back? Especially because like, he is a fairly unpopular character. Like people like him, but he's just like not as like popular as other characters. Like it's not bad, like just not as popular. So there's not as much content for him. So because there's not as much content for him, people are just coming to me like, come on, when are you gonna give us more? And it's funny because like I said in a comment, I'll continue writing when Ruby starts back up again. But then like I saw the opening for volume 9 and like you can tell their budget is going to the DC movie. Like it does not look that great in my opinion. Which is a shame, you know? Like Ruby used to be very good, but I feel like it really went downhill sadly. Like, you can disagree with that, of course, but like, I don't know. That's my vibe. And it does make me kind of sad, because I really liked that show. So, who knows, maybe I will come back to reading it in the future. We need to adjust her position here. I do not like her legs. I might come back to that fic, because like, that one hasn't, like, it hasn't been updated in a while, but like, not like a super long time. And I still use that account for like, other things, so I'm like, I can't exactly hide from it. So, like, I'll return to it eventually, okay? We will come back to that fic. And again, I will never tell anyone. But, because I like crossover fics, like, whenever I get into, like, a new piece of media, it's pretty common for me to, like, look up crossover fics for them, because, like, it's just tradition for me at this point. And when I got into Vtubers, I did the same thing, you know? I was like, yeah, sure, oh, let's do this, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and see. I doubt it because VTubers are real people, but sure, whatever. Let's see if there's any crossovers, and oh my god, there were. Most of them were crossovers with, like, media I hadn't personally really seen. I do not like that tale. It was just stuff I hadn't really seen before, so, you know, I'm not gonna read it. I won't know what's going on. But I found one that was Hololive JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And if you know me, I am a slut for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's like my favorite anime. So naturally, I'm like, okay, let's go ahead and see what's gonna happen. So I go ahead and read it, and you know, I'm not doxing myself, so if you guys want to find it, you can find it. It was Hololive, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And it was about, Koroni. I forgot her first name. Orumi? Koroni? It's the girl she's from Saris's generation. From Hollow Council. She's the embodiment of time. You know, the chick with the sword and everything. And it was about her getting on Dio's ass because he's fucking with time. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. And I thought it was like, it was obviously like a crack fic. It wasn't meant to be taken seriously. But I thought it was very funny, and I really appreciated it, and I do wish that they would write more. That's something I've considered doing, like, genuinely something I want to do. Like, I've mentioned before, something I want to do is, horror readings on this channel, because I'm a huge fan of horror. But in addition to doing, like, horror story readings, I really want to do fanfic readings. Like, I'd obviously, like, contact them, like, hey, I'm not gonna, like, just slide in and do it. But yeah, that's something I really want to do, because, like, there are so many like really good crossover fanfics, but because it's crossover, people are like, it's lame, nobody cares. And I'm like, I care. But like my biggest fear is like, obviously I'm a small VTuber right now. But my fear is like if I somehow do blow up, like I don't want like assholes to go to these people either. So who knows? Well, we'll leave that in the future. I ain't dealing with that shit right now. I think that's okay for our first pass of her. We can go ahead and move on to the second sketch. I am out of lemonade. Tragedy. Cause like it's the what's it called? Not sponsored. It's simply lemonade. And like I don't know what it is about this lemonade, but it like tastes sweeter than like any other lemonade on the market. It just has the best freaking taste, and their limeade is like also so freaking good. But this shit is like so expensive, and I'm like, I swear, I really just hope someday I'm able to get like one of these drink companies to sponsor me. So at least when I'm raving on about how good they are, I can get paid. Like, even if they just pay me in the product, I feel like I'd be pretty happy about Ow! I bumped my hand. I feel like I'd still be pretty happy about that. Okay, let's do this. God, why is it so easy for me to injure myself? Like, what is it? So, there's like this superstition in, well, you guys already know I'm from Mexico. And it's like, obviously not everyone in Mexico, you know. But like, it's something that came up when I was younger in like Catholic families sometimes. That if you are not baptized, you get visited by like, I don't know whether to call them gremlins or demons. You get visited by them and they cause misfortune to come upon you. Like, they cause you to lose shit all the time, or they cause you to injure yourself all the time and all. And like, I'm over here like, and like, obviously, you guys know my story if you pop in here. You know that bullshit happens to me all the time. I get injured from stupid stuff. I lose everything, and I'm like, but I'm baptized. Is that TMI? But yeah, and I'm just like, what was the person who did it a liar? Did they fail their priest exam? Oh, speaking of priest exam. I feel like, oh my god, this is, hold on, let me just get this shape correct. Okay, so, when I was in high school, I did like a lot of AP exams. You know, like those are the exams that if you pass them, you get college credit. So, you know, a big deal. So one of the ones we did was for physics, I believe. I think it was physics. It was Phys 2, I think. Point is, we were supposed to not only have done Physics 1 first, but we were supposed to have like a lot more time to learn this class. But because my school was, you know, not the greatest, we didn't have that much time to actually learn the material. We were supposed to have like 2 years to learn it in addition to Phys 1, and we didn't. So we were basically, like, our teacher, like, God bless his soul, he tried his best to teach us this information. But if you've ever taken physics, you know that shit is really difficult. So, having it be difficult and having it be, like, crunched into so much little time without us having the knowledge on, like, what we were supposed to know ahead of time, we weren't gonna do good. So, what happened when we got to the physics test? Well, obviously not everyone took it because you have to pay money. But our school subsidized us, like, a little. So what we did is we did, like, you know, like, bear in mind, not all of us were religious. Like, few of us were religious. We did a frickin' prayer circle. It wasn't like a real prayer circle. We were just like, please, Pope, whatever, help us. Help us. And then, like, what's it called? One of my friends, like, she's great. She went ahead and, like, said, like, a curse word. She said, like a string of curse words. And we all looked at her like, you just voided our Pope warranty. Like, our Pope warranty, like that would have actually helped us. So yeah, she voided our Pope warranty. So we take the test, and no surprise, only one person passes. But, like, to be fair, like, she was just, like, a genius. But, like, only one of us passes. Or it might have been two, I don't remember. And we just all look at her like, you voided our Pope warranty. How dare you? This is your fault. Obviously, like in a joking way. Like, she's great. I'm still in contact with her. She's amazing. She's a wonderful artist. But point made, Pope warranty was voided. And just whenever, like, I do, like, a prayer like that or something, or if I just, like, think of that, because, like, you know, I still live with a religious family, I remember the Pope warranty. Like, if I say something stupid, is that gonna avoid it? Just the term Pope warranty is very funny to me. It's conceptually very funny. I don't know, that'd be... Wait, like, on that topic, though, I believe somebody tried to sue God at one point in history. And, you know, I'm like 100% sure it was in the United States. Like, I'd be more surprised if it wasn't in the United States that somebody tried to sue God. And the interesting thing is that they won the court case. They sued God for $1 million. And they won the court case. Isn't that great? And you're like, yeah, how do you win a court case like that? And they're like, well, it goes into default, basically. So, like, there's no way to contact God, like, directly. So what happens is, like, you can apply it, but since there's no way for the court to contact God, they can't inform God of this lawsuit. So, you know, by default, you can't get a hold of them, you can't do anything. It goes into default, like, you automatically win the court case. But there's also no way to collect for damages. So, like, yeah, you win the court case. Legally, you're entitled $1 million from God, but you're not gonna get it. I don't know, it's just like a really interesting quirk I found that I thought was really interesting, you know, with our legal system. Although, to be fair, our legal system was made on hopes and dreams. What is her bow like? Oh, it's a diamond. God dang it, why you gotta be so fancy, girl? Yeah, you ain't getting that fancy. You are getting a plain-ass bow. Okay, maybe slightly fancier bow. Ah! I know this detail doesn't matter, but it matters to me. There you go. Yeah. That looks cute. Okay, wait, she's looking really adorable. Wait, no, this isn't fair. She looks adorable. She has like that thing there. We're not drawing all of that. I think we're just gonna simplify it a little bit. Just make it like a little... just like half of it. I don't know what these things are called. They're not called collars, I don't think. They have like a different name. I want to say bib. It's definitely not bib. It's cute though. Wait, this isn't fair. She looks really cute. She looks adorable. So then that goes out there, and then wait, I messed up. So this goes like this instead. And then it meets in the center. Oh my god, she's gonna end up being the most complicated one, isn't she? I'm just doing this right now, I think, just for her shape. Just so I can have that down. I'm probably gonna simplify this, who knows? Maybe I'll just decide to go balls in and make it as fancy as possible. Who cares? She's supposed to be a goddess. She can be a little fancy. How does this work? It's very... oh god, that's fancy. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I am not... what is this music? This is from Mario, right? No hecking clue where it's from, though. Where in Mario? That's another thing. I haven't really played many Mario games, to be honest. I've always been much more of a Sonic person over a Mario person. Like, I still want to play Odyssey someday, because I've heard that game is, like, god tier. But, like, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I basically watched Alpharad speedrun. How does this work? Okay, so it's like part of her dress. Oh my god. Yo, Hololive, why'd you have to give her the most complicated design? Because yeah, Hololive talents don't get to design their own character. At least unless something's changed from what I know. That they are generally given a pre-made, or they work essentially with the company to go ahead and come up with a design. But in the end, like, the company has final say. And I think they do a good job, because I feel like so far every one of their talents has fairly matched. Like, they sound like their character, you know? Which, you know, like I've said on... What the fork? Sorry about that. No clue what happened to my computer there. I've said it before, like, any agency is generally gonna hire you for your voice first, and any talents or abilities you have second. Which, you know, is understandable, like, I realize my voice can come off as very grating to some people. I have, like, a bit of a deeper voice. I do tend to, like, I wouldn't say enunciate, what's the word for it? Like, pitch it really weird or whatever. I do really weird shit with my voice, and my voice is quite a bit deeper than the typical VTuber. But, like, that's fine, you know? I do feel like, it can be difficult. Like, I've seen folks post that, like, other girls with, like, deep voices, and, like, they feel like they can't get into agencies. But, like, you see people who do have, like, relatively deep voices, like, Scarlet from Ninja Sanji. She's, I remember watching a video that she explained. She auditioned with her, "Hello, hi, hello, how are you?" cutesy anime voice. She said she wooed them. But in the end, what they had her use was her regular voice. Her regular speaking voice, I mean. So I do think that's interesting. Like, possibly the industry is moving away from, cute woo voices. Which, you know, is great for me, because I cannot do that kind of voice for super long without ripping my vocal cords into shreds. That looks okay. And she has, like... Okay, how are we gonna do this? She has, like, an ankle bracelet? I feel like there's a character I'm thinking of that has something. Somebody from the Archie comics, I'm pretty sure. No, I think I'm thinking of Tikal. Hold up, I'm curious really quick. I'll be right back. I need to check what Tikal wears. Tikal... Sonic... What does she wear? Does she wear... Yeah, she wears... Yeah! Hold up. Hold up. This is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about with, like, some of the Sonic character designs being a little on the weird side. So, Tikal is wearing slippers, right? She's supposed to be wearing, like, sandals. But look at her frickin' feet. They are just flat boards. They are just, like, lumps. Where are the toes? Like, it wouldn't... Like, I get they want something simplified for the Sonic design, but, like... That would have made so much more sense than whatever the hell she's got going on. But that was just me. That's just me. No, maybe some folks think that makes sense. But yeah, I was thinking of her jewelry when I was working on this. Because I had a Sonic character in mind, I just couldn't place who. It was that I was thinking of when trying to make her design here. It was Tikal, because she was like a princess or something, right? Like the princess of the Echidnas. And then the Echidna tribes got yeeted because of like chaos or something. I don't know. Like, it's been a while since I played Sonic Adventure, okay? I want to play it on stream, okay? I like Sonic Adventure just fine. It's just that Sonic Adventure 2 is my favorite because Chow Garden! The Chow Garden was way too frickin' good. It's not fair. Saris Fano, what the fuck? Why you gotta be so complicated? You know what? She's already complicated AF. I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and give her gloves. She doesn't get gloves. She's like Gura. She doesn't get gloves. She gets to just have manos. Just bare ass manos. Fuck, those manos look weird. I have no, actually. I think her mascot is a deer fox, like from Hilda, just by the tail. But like, it could also just be like a fancy deer. So I ain't making. I think the apple is like the key to life or something like that. I saw her lore video. I have bad memory. Cute little earrings. Then she has her long ass tail, which I'm doing to make look. That does not look right. That looks a bit better. Yeah, I can live with that. I can live with that, I can say, as if it's actually a threat to my well-being. Yeah, we're gonna have to fix that. We got a tangent right there. Oh, we'll fix that. We will fix that. We will fix that too. So then that's gonna have to imply it's coming from like there, so that's gonna have to be like... We'll fix that. We shall fix that. I think we just have to worry about her horns and her... I really want to fix her eyes. I do not like her eyes. She's supposed to be really innocent, and earlier in stream I mentioned I kind of wanted her to have Fluttershy vibes. So we're gonna give her like those big eyes, those big ol' eyes with the eyelashes that go all the way. Oh, we could probably push it more because it's Sonic. Yeah, because look at how Tikal's eyelashes go out. So we can push these all the way out. And then we can go ahead and just add her eyes, her pupils, los ojos, and then the shine. Doesn't matter that it doesn't look super good right now. Why does it look so off? Okay, it looks off because her eye is too far this way. So I think if we go ahead and move it just a bit closer, and then go ahead and lift it up, we should be good. And you know, that's relatively better. We'll deal with that later. We'll deal with that when we get into the actual... I think I'm gonna style her horns, antlers, whatever, more after this little ones. Just for the sake of simplicity. I'd say just noticing that the antlers are asymmetric, but it's fine. I still think she looks cute as hell. Ooh. Let me just go ahead and adjust this antler. It is not sitting in right. Lower it a little. Yeah. And then I think if we lift this one up and stretch it some, that should help. Just to make it, because we didn't really have much reference going by this. We're probably gonna have to fix her feet too. But tentatively, I am quite happy with how she's looking. For reference, this is a sketch we started out with, and now she is actually looking more like a Sonic character. And I actually think I'm gonna go ahead and end stream right there, because we went ahead and finished Gura, and we went ahead and started Ceres. So yeah, I think that was a pretty good stream. Thank you so much for joining me. You might see me on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I might just try and drop in a little earlier. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and take care. Bye-bye.